answer. The 5x7 sleeping cubicle on the USS Friendship was empty. Flawless gray walls made of God knows what. Human-designed wall screen, storage drawers underneath the 2-foot-wide bunk. It all left Leo a strip of deck 2 feet wide to stand in. He'd been in more cramped spaces, but not for a while. The knock on the door was expected. Leo flung it open. Owen Lamont stood in the narrow passageway. Leo flung his arms around him.
"Owen, you're the one who got me here."
Owen detached himself. Too late, Leo remembered Owen's dislike of being touched.
"Yeah, and now that you're here, we have rules you need to follow." "Always,"
Leo said.
"How did you—"
Owen shoved Leo aside, crowded into the room, and closed the door.
"Pull it off, Owen. My orders only came through yesterday. I was on transport all night. I'm not 75th, no. But you're still the best damn marksman in the entire army. Could come in handy on Kindred." "That's what they call a world now? Fuck, every planet is a world."
"That's why they call it Kindred. Don't you ever access the news?"
"Nah,"
Leo said.
"Too depressing. Christ, it's good to see you. But why do you need the best damn marksman in the entire army? You expecting trouble on Kindred?"
"Nobody knows." Owen's thin, deeply sunburned face lost its grin. "It's terra incognita, bro."
"Terra incognita, Mayan girl. I knew her in Peru."
"The Incas weren't Mayan and the Mayans weren't in Peru."
"Whatever. God, it's good to see your overly educated ass again, Owen."
"Lieutenant Lamont. Try to remember." Leo mocked a salute and hugged Owen again. This was his best friend in the world, and fuck all those people who said they made a weird pair. Exuberant, upcountry Leo and serious prep school Owen with the most deadly skills in the elite 75th Regiment of the U.S. Army Rangers. They'd met in the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program at Fort Benning. Leo had been sent on recommendation of his CO in Brazil as a result of Leo's hitting a target with the M107A1 sniper rifle at 2,100 meters. It had been a holy grail shot, straight-up luck, although it was true that he had the ability to nudge a little more out of his weapon than normal. Kentucky windage and Tennessee elevation. He had finished RASP and gone on to Ranger School, the most physically and mentally demanding leadership school in the Army. There he had washed out during the mountain phase of training. Well, not washed out exactly, but the details were too embarrassing to think about. Leo was good at not thinking about things. Owen, in contrast, had finished Ranger School, winning the William O. Darby Award for Distinguished Honor Graduate, and had joined the 75th. The Ranger tab gleamed on the upper left shoulder of his uniform. Since then he'd served in the Mideast and in the Panama Canal Food Wars, earning a Silver Star for valor under fire. Leo had been sent on a second tour in Brazil, but for the last 2 months he'd basically sat on his butt at Joint Base Lewis McChord in Seattle, watching deployment after deployment cank as various political situations changed. Leo said,
"So how many troops aboard?"
6.
6? That's all? And you're expecting enough trouble for the Army to send a Ranger squad and request a sniper?
"Nobody's expecting anything," Owen said with exaggerated patience. "That's the point, Leo. We have no idea what will happen on Kindred. But Colonel Matthews had to fight to get even 6. It's a tiny ship, only 21 berths. Not our choice." The ship's size, Leo knew, had been the aliens' choice, along with everything else about the Friendship. She had been built from plans left by the Denebs, who weren't from Deneb, Leo remembered that much, in exchange for, well, Leo didn't exactly understand what. But it had to do with biology and the spore cloud and the vaccines and other scientific shit. Apparently the Deneb ship, which had gone back to to Kindred, had been just as small, although he didn't know why. He returned to what was comprehensible and immediate.
"Is Colonel Matthews a good guy?"
"Yes. Did RASP 5 times.
"Impressive."
Officers of the 75th didn't coast on old training. Each time they were promoted, they had to do the assessment program all over again. The 75th had no overweight, out-of-shape leaders.
"Who else do we have?"
3 Rangers and you. Enlisted are Private First Class Mason Candace, Specialist Miguel Flores, and Specialist Zoe Berman.